smooth talker under pressure. Sweaty palms ain't making it much better. Something about you feels so special. Prettier from the minute that I met you.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm currently 2 hours early. I am finally getting my hair coloured. I've cancelled on Edwards & Co so many times that they kind of had this appointment booked without me really approving it, kind of thing. I must have approved it and I just forgot about it, baby brain. So yeah, I'm gonna go see Charlie at Edwards & Co for my colour. Yeah, Tori actually recommended me my old hairdresser that I had for like 2.5 years, my colorist, to go to Charlie because very similar to her. So I'm gonna give it a try. I really don't know what I want, so I'm gonna kind of go in there and go, what do you think? And I'm not really in the mood to sit for hours and hours. So I've already had a haircut at Studio Beneki, but I'm kind of mixing it up. I'm just like, I get bored in like one spot, but I also just want to like mix it up, see what I like, see what's easier for when like I have the baby. I don't know, but we'll see how we go with the color. I think it's just balayage. So anyway, I'm gonna do a Q&A today, a bit of chit chat. We have just got back. It's been about a week since we got back from the US. It was a great trip, but like I did put on Instagram, if you saw, there was like, you know, walking 15K, working out every morning was probably not the best idea. Yeah, like just swelling and like I was sick on every plane, but it's just normal stuff. And you know what, I'm gonna keep traveling and while I'm pregnant and just see how we go. And like, I'm not complaining or anything. I'm absolutely stoked that I'm pregnant. But yeah, like there's just some things like nosebleeds and stuff like that. But you know what, I got through it, don't regret it. Had the best time. I'm currently exporting. It should be uploading my New York vlog, so you should see this before this anyway. But I can't wait for you to see the New York vlog. It's just a lot of eating, a lot of fun. But yeah, it was a really, really, really good time. And LA traffic just sucks. I will reiterate that. It sucks. I like LA, but just, I couldn't live there with the traffic. It just does my head in. I just love being, I could live in New York because I could walk around, but then I would miss the beach. But saying that, it's so cold. So I thought I'd answer some questions. I've got some time to kill and then like we can chit chat and stuff like that. I hope this vlog isn't 40 minutes, but you know, some of you love these kind of chit chat vlogs. I don't know why I'm using my hands so much. I'm currently really wanting a second breakfast. I already had 2 fried eggs on a roll with barbecue sauce and an almond mocha, and that was kind of like a snack. I'm really ravenous in the mornings, like really ravenous, but dinner I'm not so much. So I'm trying to eat as much as possible morning and lunchtime and stuff like that, and snacking, because by the time dinner comes I'm like, I just want to go to bed. So let's get into this Q&A. I have to keep the aircon on, so I'm sorry if you can hear that, or the car engine, because it's so hot in here today. It's already like 28 degrees and it's 9 AM, so I need that on because I am drenched. I literally have the tiniest dress on today because I knew I was going to be sitting in like a robe thing and getting my hair done, so I was like, the less clothes I have on, the better. So first question, what are some baby names you love but you won't be using? I'm gonna stop this question because I'm actually gonna do this kind of, I'm doing like a pregnancy vlog in the next week or so, and I want Shane to be in it, so I don't want to say any names and he kind of be like, oh no, I still think that's an option. So I'll sit down and like talk to him about it. But there is some names that we won't be using because we know people that have that name, so we just feel a bit funny. But stay tuned for that vlog because it's going to be like all pregnancy related. It should be in like a week or 2. I'm actually going to try and get 2 a week out in the next couple of weeks, just get the ball rolling. Have we picked out a baby name yet? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We're pretty confident on it actually. First, middle name, and obviously we know our last name. But yes, and I really love it. It's just the spelling. There's a few spelling things, either for the first and the middle name that we could change. But then every now and then I'm like, oh, do I like it? Do I not? But Shane's very confident on it. Did we know before recently we would have trouble falling pregnant? Yes, yeah. I had the openness of thinking it would either be surrogacy or adoption, and we were both very open to that. I think the reason we went into IVF so calmly, as I spoke in like some vlogs before, was that I thought surrogacy and adoption were going to be the options. So I was like, you know what, let's just give it a shot. But yeah, we've been trying for about 2 years. And we got to January last year and we were like, if we're not pregnant by the time our end of Europe trip, let's have this appointment booked in. So the appointment was booked in basically for 9 to 10 months. And so yeah, I was like, Europe's our last kind of chance. I think we're both ready. I'm 33, that was another question. And we've been together for 12 years, we've been married 4. I just feel like it's time. Like, we've got a business that we've got under our belt for 6 years. I think we need help. And a lot of doctors kept saying to me, I know this was a lot of questions, it's like, what caused you to do that? I think being an athlete and being a swimmer was a real massive cause of that. And you know, I don't regret any swimming thing at all. I don't regret it at all. I loved my time being a swimmer. I loved my time traveling, all the like training that I did. But I do think it caused my eggs and like me to get less periods. To be honest, I only had like 12 periods in like my 32 years, pretty much. Like 12 good periods. So that's, but they were never worried because my levels were always really good. They just said that you might need some help, or surrogacy might be a thing, or you might not be able to carry, or thing. I never had PCOS. They ruled that out. They did say that at the start, but then I had like multiple doctors. I always went and got different opinions. I never went and just went by one doctor. Sorry if this goes off tangents and stuff, but I definitely want to answer like all of your questions. A lot of questions are questions in between questions, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so for 2 years we were trying. I knew it would be hard, but the doctors kept saying, like, I would go to the doctors. We spent so much money on doctors, like for the last, I reckon, year before we did IVF. And one doctor told me to put on 10 kilos, don't exercise, eat cheesecake. Like, and I went out of there crying, going, that's not what is healthy. That's not what like I should be doing, I don't think. And I went to acupuncture for 2 years leading up to IVF to try and regulate it. But I think just because I'd been doing so much training with swimming that the damage was kind of done, and they just kept saying they were lazy. They needed to be stimulated. And I think in the back of my mind I was like, I think IVF will work because it's quite a strong drug, high dosage, and I think just having those different hormones go through my body, I think that's what it needs. And we crossed our fingers, toes, everything, and we were able to be successful in the first round. So we only did 1 round, and yeah, it was a hard journey. And if you haven't seen my IVF vlog, I'll link it down below, and all the other Q&As that I've done as well. But yeah, to come back to the question, yeah, I knew it was gonna be hard, and I was made Shane fully aware of that from the start. And yeah, we're here. Hardest thing about traveling pregnant. I am such an active person, I always am. I love to work out on holidays, as you saw in my European kind of vlogs and Insta stories. I do love to work out. I'm always someone that loves to work out because I feel like I can eat anything I want, and it's all about balance, right? My problem with being pregnant and working out is that I probably should have chose working out in the morning, because like obviously we worked out every day in the morning, but then we also walked heaps. So I should have chose different ways, or I should have just like not walked as much, caught cabs, got in the subway, you know, just did different things, or even just came back and rested. But when you're on holidays, and we were only gone for like 8 nights, I was like, and New York, you know, is my favorite place. You just want to walk everywhere. Like LA was a little bit different, but we still ended up walking heaps. But New York, you just walk everywhere. And I was just like, I just want to walk. I just want to go to this place and this place and this place. And we only had 4 nights there. So I was kind of like, let's just get everything and like cram everything in, but like not realizing that, you know, I'm creating a human. So it's kind of a little bit difficult. So yeah, it was hard, but I'm still gonna do a few more trips. I've got a few trips planned with friends, a few trips planned with Shane, and I'm just gonna deal with it. Like, I know that I'll probably be vomiting because I used to take I get really motion sickness, like on boats, trains, cars, everything, and I can't take that tablet that I usually take because it's quite strong. So I kind of knew, and like even my mother-in-law was like, oh well, looks like no more traveling, and you're kind of like, nope, I'm still gonna travel, I don't care, I'm stubborn as hell. I'll just be a little bit less on the exercise and the food. Like, I think I went a bit crazy with the food. Will I travel with a baby? Yes. I have had very good advice from a very good friend who traveled pretty much straight away. I know it's gonna be hard. Like, I saw all those mums with those babies on our flight home, which was like the scariest flight I've ever been on. So much turbulence. I didn't think we would make it. It was so scary. Even the flight attendants were like, that was pretty bad. And it was like for 3 hours straight. So that was a bit scary for me. But yeah, I'm gonna travel as soon as possible. I know it's gonna be hard. I know, you know, people have their things about routine and stuff. I'll definitely have a routine, but a lot of people say make the baby fit your routine. You know what? It might be different when I have the baby, but I will try and travel as much as possible. More Australia at the moment, like maybe at the start, maybe Fiji, all that kind of stuff. A lot of people recommend Fiji with kids is really good. But yeah, like I'm hoping for an Italy trip. I'm hoping for a Puglia trip in like a year or two. And I'd like to take the baby for Christmas, like when they're like 2 or 3, to New York. So for like a winter Christmas, I think it would be damn cute. How did I become an influencer? I don't like that word. I also think I'm not really considered a influencer. I guess I'm just sharing my life. And I guess brands do contact me. I'm not a big person, like I'm not one of the big ones that do get heaps of stuff and heaps of brand deals and sponsored posts and stuff like that. Would I like that? Yeah, I would like some more, but I'm trying. I don't know, I just started posting what I loved on Instagram. It got a bit of traction. It's funny because I'm having a weird thing with it at the moment because my Instagram doesn't really get that much traction anymore. So I'm just kind of like, I really am just posting what I like. I don't have a lot of sponsored content on there. I'm working with a few beauty brands which is sponsored, but I absolutely love them. And I'm really picky with who I choose as well. So a lot of the stuff is gifted. I don't know whether you would want to see that like hashtag gifted on certain things. And I just make it my way. Like I don't have any brands controlling what I do, that is a good thing. Because when you do sponsor posts, they do like to see the post before you actually post them. But yeah, just start posting on Instagram or YouTube or Thingo and just do things that you love, and hopefully, you know, people will see that you're real and honest, and that's definitely what I'm trying to put out there, and I'm hoping I'm succeeding. But yeah, that is why I started this YouTube, to just see different things other than just a picture on Instagram. How has your fitness routine changed since being pregnant? To be honest, I am still doing the same amount of exercise. I'm doing 3 to 4 weights a week, 2 long walks and a Pilates, but I don't do any jumping, running, boxing, and everything is, I don't do like wide leg squats or anything like that because I have really bad hip flexors and hips as we are like already. I have that problem, so everything is kind of like, so when I do squats it's like shoulder, like I don't go out, everything is tight in because I don't want that drama of, and I don't do anything single-legged. It's quite a boring routine at the moment. I'm trying to mix it up and trying to make it interesting because I'm kind of getting bored of it. But in that sense, I just want to keep the movements going. The weights are actually lower. I'm not doing as heavy weight, and I'm resting more, and I'm also snacking when I'm at the gym. So it's either frozen grapes or these like rice thins, and I just take them and snack on them because I got low blood pressure, so I can't really raise my heart rate up too much. Like I did the the sled this morning and I did like 4 laps at the gym and I was like nearly passed out. So it's each day, I take each day as it comes. Even on holidays, I didn't do any cardio. I'm doing not as many cardio because I'm kind of doing like a 30-minute walk each day as well, just to get out of the house and just, you know, get myself moving. I know a lot of people want to know like how much I've put on and stuff. I don't really like to talk about weight, but what I find interesting is I probably regret, I don't like comparing weight, and I find a lot of, as a woman, we're already struggling to like, by comparing ourselves not being pregnant and then losing the weight after pregnancy. Like, I don't like to compare, and I've mentioned this before. I'm currently 64.6 kilos. I am the same weight I was as the day I went into IVF retrieval to retrieve my eggs. I put 7 kilos on during the IVF process, or 6 or 7, yeah, 6.5. And I was probably eating the healthiest I've ever eaten, leading up to it 2.5 weeks before I started, and then during like the 4 weeks, like being on Provera to get a period, and then starting the injections. That is how much the body changed. I mean, the injections changed my body. I was drinking no coffee, no alcohol, only meats, protein, veggies, bone broths. Kombucha was pretty much the only drink I was drinking other than 5 liters of water. I was having no dairy. I don't know if I said no coffee, baby brain. And no bread. So for nearly 7 weeks, and I put on 7 kilos. Now, I lost a lot of that weight during morning sickness. I went back down to 59 kilos and now I'm 64.6. So a lot of that is in my boobs, I do think, because my belly isn't as big. I posted a picture last night and they're like, you're all boobs, and I am. I've gone up to, I think I was barely an A and now I'm like a CD, depending on what time of the day. But I think the exercise has helped kind of keep that like weight off, I guess, but I'm not really doing it to keep the weight off. I'm just maintaining it. And I'm also really like scared of like stretch marks and stuff like that because I already have them. So I've been like oiling my body up like hardcore every morning and night. But yeah, I can see in my stomach the relaxants there, and like I've got no abs now, so it's just like getting ready. It's kind of still soft, so it hasn't tightened up. It just feels that, people say it's like that fat stage, and I hate using that word, but it's like you feel you're in between, and I still feel like I'm in between. But the lady said probably in the next couple of weeks it will start to like really tighten up, and then they said I probably won't start to really pop too much to probably 8 to 10 weeks out maybe. So yeah. Yeah. How am I feeling about labor and childbirth? Shit scared about tearing. Have got something that I will be doing to prepare for that. I know a blogger that has just had a baby and she had 3rd degree tearing. That scares the shit out of me. That is the most scariest process of this for me, is the actual birth thing. But my sister-in-law just gave birth and she said just do the epidural, and I will be doing the epidural. I know a lot of people are funny about it, but I will be having the drugs, sorry. But yeah, the being pregnant thing and all the symptoms and everything I'm going through, it's a nuisance, but I'm enjoying it. I love naps. I don't ever nap when I'm not pregnant, so the fact that I'm napping now is just amazing. I never really napped when I was swimming either. I wasn't a very good napper, and now I can nap anywhere. So but yeah, I'm pretty shit scared. I will talk about that more later, but yeah, I'm pretty shit scared, sorry. That's, to be honest, that is, every time I think about it I'm like, ew, yuck. Also, someone asked how long I've been with Shane. I think I've already answered that question, but 12 years, been married for yeah. Some just light-hearted questions. Where did I meet Shane? Swimming. I've answered a lot of these questions on some other Q&As. Yeah, so swimming. If I could live anywhere else in the world, it would probably be New York or Byron Bay at the moment. I'm really craving a Byron Bay trip, so I think that might be in like the last couple of weeks before I give birth, kind of baby moon. But yeah, I've even thought about like doing an investment property in Byron lately. I really like Byron. I definitely, the food, the people, the lifestyle, it's very similar to the Northern Beaches lifestyle, I think, but a little bit better. But yeah, and we're currently looking for a house at the moment, so I haven't bought any kind of baby stuff. I've bought a few clothes, but I haven't bought anything, so I'm kind of just like scrambling to find a house, or just something to live in for a year before we buy a house. I don't know, I just need a house. And there's nothing on the market, and I'm just like, and we also can't decide whether we want to live closer to work or stay on the Northern Beaches, or I don't know, but yeah, I need a house. I need a house. I am so stressed out, and once I find that, I can start buying all the baby stuff, and I can start showing you like the nursery and what I bought, and I just feel so claustrophobic in my apartment right now. I need to get out. I think that's all the questions for now. If you have any other questions, let me know in the comments below. I might show you my hair kind of at the end. I'm not going to take the camera in and stuff. I'm just going to do some work because I've got to catch up on some stuff, and I want to kind of come up with some ideas for like Instagram posts and like put some more fitness stuff up for you guys, and like what I'm eating, like all that kind of stuff. But yeah, let me know if you like these kind of vlogs, or you want to see what I like, the day in the life vlogs and the weekly vlogs a lot more. But yeah, I know a lot of people like just me sitting in front of a camera and talking and being my awkward self. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I hope I answered some questions. I am an open book if you want to DM me on Instagram. I know a lot of women have. After that IVF vlog, I just was in tears. The fact that you even told me some of those things was just like, and I'm still getting them. I'm still getting people going, I just watched your vlog. I haven't been on social media. I saw that you were pregnant. I'm just like, haven't told my family. And this is the one thing, you shouldn't be scared to talk about it. And you shouldn't feel less than. So many women have been like, I didn't tell anyone I did IVF or surrogacy, or you know, all that kind of stuff, to many people, because I feel like I'm less than because I couldn't naturally get pregnant. And that is why I put this IVF vlog out, is because nobody should feel less than. I think as a woman, we always feel like we have to compare ourselves and all this kind of stuff, and you know, just the women that have said like, I felt less than, and no one should make you feel less than. I think in the world of social media, like I feel judged all the time, especially lately. I just feel like I'm doing everything wrong on Instagram. I feel like I'm doing everything wrong, but then I'm like, you know what, I'm pregnant, I'm happy, I love my relationship, I love my family, I love what I'm doing, I love what I'm posting, I love doing YouTube. I'm really in a happy state, and you know, if people love it, amazing. If people don't, I'm not everyone's cup of tea, you know what I mean? But you should never feel less than because you can't have a baby a certain way. However you get that baby is a blessing, and nobody should make you feel. And I feel really emotional about this because like I had this woman message me, and I was just like, just about miscarriages, and you know, just feeling like she was feeling hopeless. As like, as a woman, you're meant to give birth and feel that, and like nobody should make you feel that, no matter how you get it. If I had to adopt, that child was going to be mine no matter what, like even if it didn't have my DNA, you know what I mean? So I hope that makes sense. I hope that hasn't pissed anyone off, but like yeah, just be yourself and be kind to yourself. As women, we're already judged, so and we're judged by other women as well, so just be kind, be calm, be happy. There's so much to be happy for, and I just spat everywhere, I'm so sorry. But yeah, yeah, I don't know what to say, but just please don't feel like you're less than because you can't have things certain ways, or you can't do things, or yeah, I don't know if that came out right, but I'm gonna leave it there because I'm ranting. But yeah, let me know what you thought about this vlog, and I will see you next week, guys. Bye. Or in a couple of days, I don't know. There's a day in a life coming somewhere in this. I have no idea where I am. Bye.